Jack is a great guy. He's written a fantastic book. Everybody's talking about it. Go get it. And he's been my friend right from the beginning of this whole beautiful event. And we're going to turn it around and make our country great again. Amen.
All right, Jack Posobiec, we're back live. Human Events Daily, Phoenix, Arizona. What are we doing? What are we doing? You got a young girl that I have to bring on the show who's been beaten up in the streets. And she can't even do her job. She can't even go out there and film to see what's happening. And then the media runs around and tells you nothing's going on. So Katie wants to go out there and say, well, here, I'm going to get footage. And she gets beaten up. She gets assaulted. Almost has her eye taken out from the ocular socket with a flagpole. And you got local police saying, oh, we can't do anything because we've been so completely corrupted and demoralized and infiltrated that we won't even arrest the thugs who did this to her. When she knows where the safe house is. That house should have been raided last night. It should be raided tonight. It should be raided every single day, 3 times a day until all of them are rolled up like the cockroaches they are. I'm getting sick of this. How many more people have to get hurt? How many more bomb threats and hoax bombs do we have to have? How many more bodies do we have to have? How many more? I'm seriously asking this. And the administration has been great. They have been. They reached out immediately, got in touch with Katie. That's true. That's all true. But guys, it's escalating. It's escalating and people are getting hurt. People are dying out there. And you got Pope Leo doing the block of ice, doing the ice capades out there. Oh, yeah, I know you're all getting shot by the godless communists and they're turning churches into shooting galleries of children. But I'm going to bless this block of ice for climate change. Because that's really what's so important right now. That's what Pope Leo thinks is the priority. And make sure you don't support the death penalty and make sure you support open borders. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And the lack of urgency is going to get people killed. The lack of urgency has already gotten people killed, gotten people assaulted, and it's going to get worse. Now, go look at the scenes from Turning Point, Utah last night at Utah State. You had Alex Clark, you had Tyler Boyer up there, brick suit. Never back down, Base Mike Lee. We are not backing down. Turning Point is not backing down in the face of all of this. And that's great, and I love them, and I love all those people, my brothers and sisters, but I'll tell you something right now. I'll tell you something right now. All the people, the thousands that came out, they need protection. And there was great protection last night, to be sure. Multiple agencies. I checked in with the security plan, especially after the bomb hoax. Great security. Really great. But at the end of the day, we can't just be reactive. We can't be sitting there saying, oh, gosh. And Joe Rogan wants to say he's surprised that people were celebrating it. It's like, Joe, begging you to listen to your own show, brother. Begging you to listen to your own show. And Dana White saying, might be going a little too far with people losing their jobs. Really? Because I think the people who are going too far are the ones who are beating up and killing my friends, Dana. I think those are the ones who are going too far. I think that's a little bit too far. I'm going to go ahead and draw the line and say it's the people who are doing the killing that are actually going too far, Dana. Not, the people who are just, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you lost your job because you celebrated my friend getting brutally murdered on live TV. People, and Dana, Joe, you guys have platforms. You have a voice. You have a responsibility in this country. You see what's going on. And if you see this happening and you sit around up there with, oh, it's both sides and playing the namby-pamby, stop it. Grow up. Act like adults, because there's a lot of people that look to you for guidance. There's a lot of people that look to you as adults, and you're not acting like adults because you're not taking it seriously. You're not. This isn't a game. You think it's a game? Come by here and ask Charlie Kirk's family if it's a game. Please do. Please do. I'll be there to greet you at the airport. I'll walk you over and explain what everything happened. Because I'm getting sick of it. More bodies, more people being brutally assaulted. And you're going to sit there and worry about, oh, someone lost their telemarketing job. Somebody can't be an HR director anymore. Your heart goes out to them. Oh, my heart goes out to the telemarketers. Won't someone please think of the poor telemarketers? Grow up. It is an abomination upon this country that we are currently facing. So when I hear people let me tell you what happened yesterday, right? This is my day. This is just I'm not complaining. I'm not whining. I'm just giving you an explanation, right? Doing a couple shows, doing podcasts. That's all I'm doing. I'm not going out there right now. I'm not at risk, but I've got a family too. I've got a wife. I've got little kids. I think about them every day. My kid's getting braces today. And then I get someone comes in and says, hey, there's a bomb threat. There's a scare. Evacuation, Utah State. And suddenly I'm calling up my bomb squad buddies. All right, what do we think, guys? What do we think? Is this thing real? Are people going to die again? Should we cancel? What's happening? You got to pick up the phone and do that. Ends up being a hoax? Great. Law enforcement took care of it? Great. Awesome. Do another show. Do Fox. Do Tim Pool. Get home again. Hey, Katie's getting assaulted in Portland. They're after her. They're chasing her down the street. And now it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm on the phone with federal government, trying to figure out where she is, trying to make sure that she's okay, trying to make sure that she's safe. And you got police saying they can't even do anything or they won't do anything. All right. Understand what time it is. And I'll tell you who understood what time it was, Charlie Kirk. And Charlie Kirk went out there despite the threats. Charlie Kirk went out there despite what he was going up against, despite knowing with full clarity what he was up against every day. But Charlie knew that because he was wearing the full armor of God. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Love that man like a brother. But I don't want to see this happening again. All right? It is not a victory when you get killed or beaten or hurt. The victory will come when we put these scum behind bars with all the rest of their comrades. And if they're so upset about the arrest, well, I'm sorry about the separation anxiety that is kicking in, but allow us to accommodate. You can join them all behind bars and you can stay there for the rest of your lives, as far as I'm concerned. Get them off the streets. Call it whatever you want. How long are we as a country going to keep this going? How long? And I don't want to be here doom and gloom. I don't want to have to be here every single day saying, did you get medical attention? What are we looking at? Are you going to lose the eye? Are you okay? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is the United States of America. We could do a lot. We could do so much. But where is the will? Where is the will of the people? And by the way, to the men out there, and it ain't just Joe Rogan, and it ain't just Dana White, to all the men, where are you? It is time for the men of the West to step up and take our countries back. It has gone too far. And we've seen too many people killed. Go look at Irina Zarutska, the girl down in South Carolina, the dad getting up there. It's too far. This is the line right now. And if you won't wake up, we are going to lose everything. We are going to lose absolutely everything. So yes, we're going to keep holding the events and we're going to keep going with Turning Point because that's exactly what Charlie would have wanted. And we're not going to be terrorized and we're not going to be scared. But you know what else? You know what else? You're going to be scared. You people are going to be scared of what comes of the knock on the door in the middle of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, you have my permission to lay ashore.